Hey, there we are. Boom, boom, bam. We're live. We'll give it a little bit for people to come in. Let's start waiting. Hope everybody doing okay. Josie is out there. Got two awesome people out there already. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Josie. Ryan Bortz, how's it going, my friend? Up to 5 people. There's Dan Green Machine. How's it going? How's it going? W.H. Shoemaker, how are you? Good to see you. Hooks and Hammocks, hello, hello. Bugman22 is out there. Jimmy Graham. Van, how are you? How are you? Up to 9 awesome people. We're not going to have a real long show tonight. I'm just letting a few more people come in. Just got some, I know. Wildcat rigs out there. How you doing, Wildcat? Definitely got today. There's some people in need of prayer out there. I'm sure, I don't know if people have heard or not, but Downtown Ernie Brown in the hospital. Been in there for a little bit. So there we go. Also, Avid Fisherman, his niece who had been battling cancer, she finally passed. So if you know how to get in touch with Avid, his link is out in the description if you want to just leave a comment on one of his videos. I'm sure he would appreciate that. I know he's been dealing with that for a little bit. Gray's Family Fishing, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Skin and Scales, how's it going? How's it going? So yeah, just passing on some information about Ernie. He's like I said, not doing well in the hospital, and can't wait to get out of there. And they got a lot of stuff going on. So Ernie's PayPal link is out in the description. I know that's got to probably be getting tough on Chrissy and trying to get around and things like that. So that is out there. Definitely, and prayers for Ernie and Chrissy that situation can be worked out. But he is, him and Chrissy have been definitely a big supporter in the community out there. Been in a bunch of people's lives. So I did put the link out there. We are having some massive thunderstorms just rolled through. I think it's slowing down now. I was wondering if we were even going to have our power had blinked a few times. Dave G's out there, Super Smurf fishing. Oh, that's awesome, Eric. Make sure you pass on my well wishes to Ernie. That's right, Mac. That means you'll probably be getting some storms within the next hour or two. We had some pretty bad thunderstorms going through. But yeah, when never like to see anybody in, especially one of your friends in the community, down and needing help. That's what you do. So I was gonna say, Ryan, now I don't know why you're not out there on the water. That makes sense now. Think I saw on there where Big Mike had got y'all some bait. Definitely. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. And for anybody that doesn't have Downtown Ernie Brown, his link is out in the description, as well as the PayPal link. It's right there in the description. So I'm sure that would brighten up his day a little bit. Joe Z says, beautiful weather there. No storms. Yeah, Mac, you got double trouble this month. You got double trouble this month. I think Stand 3 was out 1 day, or 1 or 2 days for a little bit. So you got him and you got Ryan and Stand 3 both in that this month. It's okay, ready for the challenge. And the month-long tournament that's on that Dan Green Machine does, the Fishing Unleashed. That is a cats and carp challenge. So 15 fish, 15 biggest fish by length throughout the month. That's how that one works. So includes the carp in there. Just like we do on Stand Day morning, we have the Cats and Carp Challenge. Anybody out there is interested? Hey, Indiana Chris, how you doing? Good to see you. Anybody out there interested in fishing the Stand Day Cats and Carp Challenge on Sunday mornings? We go from 9 a.m. to noon. Mac Fishing is almost always out there, and Tony Harrison, and a lot of times we'll have Danny Stone, and Team Snag and Whiskers has been out there lately, and we're just out there. We're just out there having some fun, catching some fish, some catfish, and some carp, and whoever's got the most weight at the end of from 9 to noon, they're the winner and get a. Thank you, Josie. Yeah, I have a good time. I like doing that. We've seen, we're pretty new to carp fishing, actually targeting carp, so been learning a lot from that. There's Lee Evans, Catfish Kentucky Outdoors. How's it going, Lee? Good to see you. But we've definitely had some big carp, some 20-plus pound common carp. Stand 3 got a 43-pound or 42-pound grass carp. We've had some nice catfish caught. So, and it's within the next few weeks that's going to start getting better because that morning bite will start extending a little bit. Once the end of August gets here, September starts rolling around. Right now with that hot water, surface temp on the water 90 degrees, that sun starts coming out and that bite kind of turns down. Hey, there's our good friend Guerrero out there. How's it going? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Chris, that was awesome. That was amazing. And we're getting a good amount of carp people that are in there too. Sharina's been coming in, and JBT was supposed to fish last week. We've had Cats and Carp baits, tips, tricks, and techniques has been fishing. All right, I appreciate that. Probably not even going to do the full hour tonight. Main thing, wanted to come in. By the way, I did drop the link up there again if anybody wants to pop up, say anything about Ernie or anything else that's going on in the community right now. More than welcome to. Yeah, Mac, it's always fun, and I love that we talk about people get to see a different. We get cats and carp on the same thing. People are learning some things. We always got some great questions, and of course, you got jokes and cutting up too. James Bailey, how are you? Good to see you. But yeah, so we're gonna keep doing that. I should be out there fishing this weekend. Stand 3 will be in the kayak, but I think I got something arranged so that I'll be out there fishing on stand day. Hey, there's a good friend Dale. Hey, Slip, how's it going, Dale? Good to see you. Oh, man, I know, Mac. That's a long day, but you know what? It pays off because eventually that monster fish could be, Joe. Could be. It's just I joke and say the John Madden things, but obviously, the more time on the water, the more chance you got at catching that big fish. So, and you've definitely put some nice ones in. I think as far as common carp, I think you've got the biggest common carp so far this year. This on stand day. And that's what's awesome about, it's kind of why we kind of branched out into carp fishing also, is because quiet man. Curtis, how's it going? I heard that Curtis, I heard you and Eric going to see visit our good friend Ernie Brown, Downtown Ernie Brown. Heard y'all going to visit him. Definitely pass on the well wishes of yeah, he does, Chris. Definitely pass on our prayers and good thoughts and well wishes for Chrissy and Ernie there. The team that wins is the team that scores the most points. Yeah, I know there's a so yeah, that's Sunday morning, 9 a.m. I know right now tonight there's a lot of lives out there. I saw Palmetto's on the water. I think JTC's doing something. I think John Real Time is out there. I don't know if he's still out there. I know he was out there earlier. Great players, play great football. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I don't think there'll ever be another John Madden like old school John Madden. He's awesome. and the teleprompter where he'd get going with the different things. Catfish and crappie Mark's out there. How's it going? How's it going? But yeah, so there's definitely a bunch of stuff going on out there tonight. So again, Ernie's Downtown Ernie Brown, in the hospital, definitely needs prayers out there. He does have a PayPal link. I put that out in the description. If it's in your means to send a little something to help them out with that. That kind of stuff is always appreciated. That's the things that you don't think about running, in the hospital and trying to run back and forth. Then you got to try to eat and everything else. It just adds up after a while. So there we go. 22 awesome people out there tonight. Also, Avid, his Avid Fisherman's niece, had been battling cancer there for quite a while. She finally passed. So Avid's link is out in the description if you want to. If you know how to contact Avid, send him some well wishes. Or his YouTube link is out in the description. Leave a comment on one of his videos, or he had just left a community post about his niece passing. So sure, Avid would love to hear some well wishes from everybody. Definitely, Mark, definitely. That's right. That's the main thing, Bugman. The main thing was the prayers, because nothing does better than that, than a bunch of people all together having the same prayers. And if you don't believe in prayer, well wishes or good thoughts, it all means something. So that's the biggest thing. But as far as fishing goes, like I said, I know there's some live fishing going on out there tonight. I will, if I'm not out there before then, we may get out tomorrow. I'm sure Stan Through will be out there tomorrow. I'm going to give it a shot, see if I can get out there. But I will definitely be out fishing Sunday morning for Stan Day. This time of year, the daytime bite is not as great as it is at other points of the year, but hey, they still will eat. And if I think this time of year, when you get the more fish you can put your bait in front of, there's a good chance that you can get some of them to bite. Bugman will be there Stand Day morning. Awesome, awesome. I will get the links out to everybody doing Stand Day tomorrow. But I had just stopped in and say hello, drop a thumbs up, feeling under the weather. All right, Mark. Appreciate you being out there. Thank you, thank you. I said we're probably not even going to do the whole hour. I know that there's a lot of people out there live fishing right now. I did drop the link if anybody wants to talk about anything. But like I was starting to say, this time of year, I think a very effective way this time of year, if you're out there to catch fish, and you've got the boat, the moving, the drifting, dragging, those type of techniques definitely will get your bait in front of more fish, and that's pretty much what it's about this time of year. During the day, during the night, during the that's when that bite window is open. That's when they're out feeding. A lot of times this time of year, once that cooler comes in at night, they will go. What we look for is shallow flats that come up off of deep channels and right up on the ledge, and we'll have a couple out deep, couple up in the shallows, and try to get them coming back and forth. But that is That's always a great place to fish. And now, like if you're going out like you've seen Epic, Epic kind of proved that last week. Was it last week when he had that really good weekend, or the weekend before? I think it was last weekend with the white whale. But, you know, during the day he was out there and it was tough fishing, tough fishing. But then as nighttime came in, cooler water came in, he was anchored up on some of them, and you could see that window turned on, and they caught some monsters. But that's, you know, it's about being out there at the right time, and he kind of definitely proved that. Indiana Chris says, too hot to fish and too hot to golf. Yeah, definitely, Mark. Definitely hope you get feeling better. Yes, without a doubt. I mean, they do that quite a bit, but definitely when, you know, this time of year, you've got that really hot sun during the day, and you know, once that goes down at night, they're not really feeding as much during the day. So more of their feeding will be concentrated at night, and they will definitely, at least here in the James, at least in a lot of rivers. I'm sure it's pretty similar in lakes. Hey, Clayton, what's up? Good to see you. Stephen Corley, how's it going? But yes, and you know, and it depends on what type of fish you're going after. You know, if you know, like Epic, that's what they do. They're after epic fish. They're after monster fish. So that's what they're using, donkey baits. They're in those waters where they're targeting that one or two really big fish. If you were going out to try to just catch some fish, then you can use some of the other baits, some smaller baits, some other baits like the chicken. And you hear people with chicken livers. They're catching a lot of the, you know, the other smaller kind of fish, or numbers of fish. So definitely two different things. And for anybody just coming in, tonight was more. Probably going to be getting out of here soon. We've got some thunder and stuff going on out there, but and I know there are a bunch of other people out live. I know I saw Palmetto and JTC and John Parker, real time catfishing out there live. So we got let you get back out there to them. We've got some ideas for some bigger things coming up here on Friday nights once the fall gets here a little bit. Hey, there's Laughing Cat. How's it going, Thomas? Sharina's been doing the stand day morning thing, so that's been a lot of fun. Been nice having the focusing on carp as well as catfish, so that's always good. Include more people. Well, that's a good question. That's a good question, Chris. And let me see, did I bring it over here? If I'm fishing and I'm trying to catch numbers of fish, or especially channel cats, things like that, your double Kentucky rig, your high-low rig, where you got the sinker on the bottom. Hey, there's our good friend Dustin. How's it going, Dustin?
What's going on?
How you doing tonight?
Wishing the rain would go away.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it?
Hey, Sean and I were trying to go out tomorrow morning, but the water might be a little rough in the morning.
Yeah, that was some torrential rain we've been getting. But
The lightning's been crazy.
somebody had just asked me, Indiana Chris just asked me about rigs that you use for summertime. But so I use, if I'm going out for numbers of fish, I'll use a double Kentucky rig or a high-low rig. There's all kinds of names for it. It's one that's got your sinker on the bottom. You got a dropper loop and a dropper loop. You can get 2 hooks. You put the different, I usually downsize the baits a little bit there and, cut shad. Or that's where you hear people having success with chicken livers, is where they're going for numbers of fish and things like that. Chances are you're not going to catch the biggest fish out there, but you're targeting numbers. You're targeting more fish. That's a great rig for that. Other than that, your standard
Hi guys.
Carolina rig. Hey, how are you, Landon?
Good.
Good to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't see you in my face. Dan's trying to talk. There.
Yeah, Van, I talked to him about that. That's kind of on the down low. That's kind of on the down low, Van. But yeah, that, and you're right, Thomas, that rig can tangle a lot. Wildcat Rigs has one, the double hook rig, that works pretty good because it's got, I'll get to that in a second, but it's got swivels on it. But probably for your bigger catfish, your standard, this is a Wildcat rig. It's just, it's crimped. It's already got you just kind of got to connect to your main line, but it's got your float on it. And it keeps that bait up out of the bottom a little bit because they're going to be searching around. So the more, if it can be up into the strike zone a little better, and that can be replaced. Your float can be replaced with the spooks and all that you hear about, and that gives it a little bit extra rattle as well as floating it up off the bottom. But game time's out there. How you doing? That's right. Max says, I don't know if you saw that comment, Dustin and Landon, but Max says, we need Landon back on stand day. He's been lucky for everybody.
You hear that? He wants to come fishing with me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I coming.
Hopefully, Indiana Chris says hi, Landon. Say hi.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get Landon back out there. It's just been too hot lately.
Yeah, that's been
Oh, Joe Ziegler says hi, Landon.
Hi, Detective.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I think Cat. His comment:
Which one?
Yeah.
a plastic straw on the dropper loops will help keep them from tangling.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I like to use the like at Wawa or 7-Eleven or with them little coffee straws. They work really well.
Huh, I haven't tried that. I'm gonna have to give that a shot.
But this is yeah, kind of what it does is it stands it out from the line a little bit, from your main line. It keeps it out so it doesn't. But this is the one from. This is the rig from Wildcat Rigs. This is the single hook rig, but you put your sinker on the bottom. And they've got the double hook like this, but they've got a 3-way swivel. Well, it's crimped right there. And then this swivels around it. So that tends to help too.
Yeah, we're looking forward to getting some of those. We haven't got any yet, but hopefully in the next month or so we'll get some of those wildcat rigs with those specific ones you were just holding up.
And they work great. That was the one I had on stand day a couple weekends ago, where it was swimming. The live bait was swimming around, and we couldn't tangle it, so that worked out really well. But that is definitely a great tip that Thomas put out there about using the straw. That's the straw basically acts like, if you know those you can get a rig at Walmart, like the 99-cent, and you just add the hooks to it, and it's got wire. That's basically what the straw takes place of.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Yeah, I was telling them that Stand 3 is going to be out in the kayak this weekend, and may have worked it out where I'll be out on the water fishing as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I'm not sure if people figured it out, but there is somebody else that fishes Stand day in this area.
Who's that?
What's that?
Team snagging whiskers.
We fish. We don't much catch lately, but
Hey, no, you you were on that second place string for a long time, and
well, then you told me I needed to get off second place, so I started getting third place.
third. I was hoping you were going the other way, though.
Hopefully we will. Hopefully we will.
You ready coming?
But yes, this weekend, so that'll be Sunday morning, 9 a.m. on stand day, 9 a.m. to noon. Thomas, if just let me know if Srini wants to try again. We'll get the link out to her again. Any weekend that she wants, she's always welcome. I think so far this weekend we got Bugman said he was fishing again. Dustin will be fishing with myself, Stand 3, Mac, of course. So it should be a good weekend. But and I just saw, if somebody wants to drop Epic's link, you definitely don't want to miss that. Epic is back out there fishing tonight.
Oh, nice. I have to go watch that.
Yep. So we're probably going to jump out of here in just a minute. Definitely don't want to keep people. There's a lot of lives over there, a lot of live fishing going on. Max says he's definitely fishing. Awesome. Going to be I think this weekend's going to be pretty good. I know probably in our area, meaning the James River, Potomac River, the Atlantic area here, we've got some rain that was desperately needed. That water was super low, super hot. And so just getting some of this fresh water in is going to make a big difference in the fishing, I think.
I agree.
And I think you're going to see some, and same thing with the Potomac, I think you're going to see some big fish being caught this weekend.
Yeah, I mentioned that last night on Jody's challenge, that because they were catching the small fish and they were wondering where all the big fish were. I'm like, the water is so hot they don't want to expend all that energy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and you can see it in a bunch of different shows. They're still being caught. There's Steve Ransom.
You say hi, Steve?
You do move.
Oh, you want me to move? Okay. Sorry. My bad. He said, I've never met your little fisherman there. Hey, buddy, nice to meet you. He said, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And Landon normally fishes. It's been really, really hot lately, but Landon's fished with Dustin a few times on stand day morning.
Yeah, that's kind of his and I thing. We go out and fish stand day, and my daughter is not big on catfishing, so we go out. I'll take her out bluegill fishing for bait.
And I was trying to bring this point up before, and that's what I love about carp, adding carp fishing in too, is in this hot water, carp is the one fish. They love that hot water. They're one of the fish that when the bigger catfish aren't necessarily biting, you'll still be able to catch some carp. And I think that's why you've seen carp has been the winning fish the past, I don't know how many weeks in a row where it's been carp has been the big fish. Mac says, Landon always catching the biggest fish. I think everybody, like Mac was saying, whenever Landon's fishing, we all seem to have good weeks.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, maybe he'll be out there this weekend.
This device out, guys.
But the the carp love the hot water, and you'll find them in the same thing. A lot of the shallower, weedy areas, and so they definitely take over when the bigger catfish, just like you said, they're not expending as much energy. Someone even asked Epic last week, "Hey, John, there's real-time catfishing. How's it going? How's it going?"
He was just live too.
Yeah, I know he was live. I was sending people over, but didn't know if he was done yet. He must be finished now.
Yeah, he just wrapped it up before you came on.
Where you go, okay?
Great to see you, John. Yeah, it was pouring here, and you could feel the temperature drop. It was a cold rain, so that I think is definitely going to help with getting some bigger catfish. But someone asked Epic, "How do you make when the fish aren't biting? What can you do?" And he basically just said, "You got to get the bait closer to them," and that's if you're hunting for the monsters, that means you're narrowing in, and the true monsters of the water, most of the time they're going to be caught on anchoring. You'll catch some big fish drifting, and big fish, but the biggest monsters of the lake or the river, usually you're anchored up on them, and you're just it's almost like you're hunting for them more than fishing. Steve says, "Catch them all, Landon."
Yeah, one thing I'm going to try on Sunday, not just because of the water temperature, but more so because of this rain, the pressure system that just came through, getting rid of the floats and just fishing on the bottom instead of the Santee rig. Let's use a Kentucky rig on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that makes a difference.
Sometimes it definitely will. Sometimes. But anyways, unless and by the way, you've been doing a great job. I've had my Thursdays have been nuts and crazy, and so Dustin's been doing Pontoon Jody Challenge. Been doing a great job with it, Dustin.
Appreciate that. I learned from the best.
Oh, thank you. Max says, "Yep, give up your tricks."
Can't do that. That's just a theory, not a. I'm just gonna test it out.
And that's what it's all about. And it's going to be, it's going to work a little different in everybody's body of water. But and with watching Epic and talking with him, that's basically, anybody can go out there and catch a nice fish occasionally. But the ones that you see, like Epic goes out there consistently does it. Mac's out there catching big fish all the time. And what happens is you start to, it's not that you learn so much, it's more you learn what not to do. So you take away a lot of that inactive time. You take away, fish in waters that, now that there's no fish, there's no big fish there. So you don't even waste your time with it, where before you would have fished there. And I think as you start to figure out, and just different things, like when the water, like around here, when you've got water flow, okay, that area doesn't work as well. I'm going to move upriver or downriver. Where.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's been tough around here too. These storms keep coming through. Every time I want to go fishing, a storm, it rains or a storm pops up.
But that is the people that consistently catch the big fish like that is basically they know how to knock out the non-productive, the least productive areas, and they're fishing in the most productive situation most of the time. So that is one of the things that I've learned from Epic that's really helped out. The minnows and trot lines, yeah, that's getting to be an issue in a lot of places, Thomas. A lot of places. Well, you got anything else you'd like to talk about before we get out of here?
Well, now that you mention it, with Team Snag and Whiskers has two things coming up.
Awesome.
We'll be fishing the dock with LG Bass on the 20th.
Woo!
Looking forward to that. All right, buddy. And then we have a James River versus Tennessee River Challenge coming up on September 9th. Team Snag and Whiskers versus Trophy Seeker Outdoors.
Well, there you go. There you go. What channel is that going to be on?
That's going to be on our channel.
On your channel. Great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So definitely be looking forward to those. I'm sure you'll probably end up going live when you're down there on the dock at some point. That is going to be an awesome trip because
I'm trying for my secret bait. I can't tell you yet.
To be determined for Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll probably have a pretty good selection of bait on board because that's right. It is a question. If I get to go out tomorrow, we may have some different things also for Sunday. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's not really a secret. I've said it before, but one of the things I've really started looking into is blue crab. So I caught, like I said, that stand day I was out in the down past Hopewell, the Jordan Point area, bigger waters. And I had shad on 4 out of 5 rods. I didn't get a bite on the shad all day long, but I threw that blue crab out there and I pulled in that 29-pounder in like 5-10 minutes. So I think again, it's a theory that they've been eating shad for so long, perch for so long. You throw something new and interesting out there at them, they're going to go after it. So,
well, and A, it's a natural bait. It is in their water. B, crab are a very distinct smell. Even fresh crab in the water will give off. And then when you break that crab or use that as cut bait, that's got a lot of oil. There's a lot of oil, a lot of scent coming out of that crab. So that's true. The crabs don't make it that far into the center of the country. So
yeah, that's one of the things I love about the James River is there's a bunch of different places to fish. I mean, areas and the plethora of bait that's out there. It's hard to beat.
Yep. And I'm doing Rogers tournament. What's it called? So You Think You Can Fish or something like that, where it's no electronics and you've got to fish water that you've never fished before, which is right up our alley. But when I was thinking about it, he was asking, where can you fish? And I was like, man, you know what? There's a bunch of the lower James that I haven't fished, and this is all within less than a 2-hour drive. I could go fish Lake Gaston, Kerr Lake, Dan River, Rappahannock, Appomattox, and all of them have monster catfish in them. So,
yep.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. I'll take it.
Well, we always say that means you're catching fish, right? If you got second place.
That's right. That's right. Well, as long as there's more than 2 people fishing, I'm catching fish.
There's that.
All right, Sunfish Assassins out there. How's it going? But yeah, so definitely check out. Look out for Team Snag and Whiskers, and Sean is going to be with you, I believe, that time fishing down there with on the dock with LG Bass. I think you said August 20th.
August 20th, yep. 2 Saturdays, yeah. Not next Saturday, the Saturday after, yeah.
And then in September 9th, I think you said, is September 9th is going to be Trophy Seekers Outdoors versus Team Snag and Whiskers. TSW versus TSO.
Right. And both of those are already up on our channel. So Go hit that reminder so it'll remind you when it goes live.
A second for the 222nd time. Yeah. Man, I thought we were going to pull off Brian B's tournament. I thought we had it. We caught the biggest fish in that one, 50-pounder, and had a monster like 15 minutes before it ended. Just doubled the rod over. It was eyelets into the water and just didn't hook up. Just didn't. One of those things. But that would have easily put us over the 100-pound mark because it was. I'm not gonna say it was 50-pounder, but it was at least 30. So all we needed was 20.
Did you see that last short that we put out with the rod bend over?
Yes.
Yeah, that I told him. I said put it right over there in that little creek, the little tributary where the creek dumps out into the James. I said we're gonna get something there, and we weren't paying attention. All of a sudden, it slammed over. Ryan went to reel it, and the line snapped.
Wow. And yes, that is it's similar to using crawdad, except crawdad usually hook them whole. Most of the time with blue crab, you cut them at least in half, and you kind of they're a little bit, the harder shell. There's different ways to do it, but the best way to do a blue crab for bait is you pop the top part of the shell off, and you break it in half, and some people leave the legs on. I like to break them off, or you cut them off, so you leave like kind of the knuckle and just a little bit there, and you kind of put your hook through that one corner of it.
Yep.
And it's kind of this way the hook's exposed, and you've got it open, you've got the shell out, and that's when all that scent comes out. And I don't keep a lot of fish out of the James. Every once in a while, I'll keep a few small catfish. And every time that I've done that, there's been baby blue crabs in them. Almost every time. Even with the smaller fish, they're eating the baby blue crabs like that. So it definitely is a good theory, Dustin.
We're going to see if it pans out in other places of the river.
And that's another good tip. If you fish tidal waters, shrimp is another great bait, especially bigger shrimp. Closer you get down to the brackish water, you can catch some pretty good size catfish on shrimp. A lot of other places you may catch a lot of eater size, but shrimp definitely takes. Hey, there's your boy Troy. Good to see you. Yeah, there's been a bunch of, they were state of Kentucky with all the flooding they had down there recently.
Yeah.
Great to see Troy in here. And yeah, when you break that crab, you take the hook and it actually goes through the one of the knuckles at the end, and that crab will stay on for a long time.
And it's got a lot of oil in that crab.
Yep. Yeah, we're glad that it didn't take you out, Troy. That's awesome. That's something. But, all right, we're going to jump out of here. So definitely check out Team Snag and Whiskers. Been out there fishing. Guys have been out there. You've been getting out there and doing some different things online, co-hosting the Pontoon Jody Challenge there. So awesome job, Dustin. So definitely check out Team Snag and Whiskers. Hey, Mind of Harris. Great to see you, my friend. We'll be out there stand day morning. Look for us on stand day morning.
Liver hooks.
Liver hooks.
I'm not sure.
I use regular circle hook pretty much all the time for regardless of what I'm using. That circle hook it works perfectly like that. Even with liver, I don't use liver very much, but I'll use it during the spawn to go out and catch a bunch of fish, because the smaller fish are still out there feeding, and the smaller fish love liver. They love any kind of scent. So now I'm waiting for you to say what the liver hook is. Hey, you little brother, good to see you. But while he's doing that, definitely stand day this Sunday morning. And the whole point of tonight was definitely pass on your prayers for Ernie Brown in the hospital. Definitely needing some prayers. Pray that Chrissy can keep the strength up. And if it is Downtown Ernie Brown's PayPal link is in the description. If it's in the means to do a little something to help him out there, that will remain a secret. Okay. But yeah, old school used to be you'd put liver in pantyhose, but just be careful, check your state regulations, because pantyhose isn't a natural cloth. Like, you can use cotton now. Like in Virginia, we're not allowed to use the pantyhose because it's a synthetic material, and you're not allowed to put bait in that because if they eat it, it doesn't digest, and et cetera, et cetera. So you're allowed to use like that cotton medical gauze to put it in, because the cotton will obviously, in the stomach, the acids will deteriorate that. And Thomas, Ernie had, I don't know exactly what was, I think he's got some heart issues, but he's been in the hospital for about a week now, I believe. And not sure what the diagnosis is. I just know that he's still in there. I know Chrissy's been doing the best she can with Ernie was doing a lot of the driving around back and forth and etc. So yeah, he's been in probably about a week now, I think. Somebody could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but and I don't know what the diagnosis is as far as coming out or how that's going, but definitely needs the prayers. And even just drop a comment or two on his videos, because his YouTube link is out there also if you haven't hooked up with Downtown Ernie Brown yet. Hey, Crazy Hillbilly, how you doing? Good to see you. Sunfish is going drop shot and some live bait in a 60-foot hole Sunday. Probably for bass, but we're hoping for a 10-pound channel cat. Yes, sir. That's used to do that. That's what we used to do in New York a lot of. With shiners, we didn't have a lot of shad where I was at. We had the golden shiners, and that was pretty much what we would do for catfish. And a lot of times, but it was catfish, trout, bass. You never knew what you were going to catch. But yeah, so that's what that's about. So we were trying to get some prayers for Ernie tonight. But with that being said, we are jumping out of here. Epic is out live, so go check out Epic. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to each and everybody that stop in here every Friday night, Sunday, stand-day mornings, watching the videos, etc. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yes, Josie, prayers for all in need, because Avid's sister, Avid had lost his sister a couple months ago. Now his niece just passed away. So Avid definitely used some prayers and well wishes there. Everybody knows that, Epic had lost his son not too long ago in July, I believe. And so there's just awesome. I'll send that. I'll get that out to everybody tomorrow, Thomas. Thank you. And yeah, definitely. Speaking of that, Sharina is doing the shirts for cancer. So check out Sharina's link. Awesome thing she's doing there, trying to raise some money for cancer research. She gets the, I believe she's has a goal of 30 shirts, and if she gets that sold, she's going to be fishing in pink in the month of October for cancer awareness. So comes in threes, they say. Yeah. But so I'll get the link out to everybody doing stand day. If it's something you want to do in the future, email me at twostandsfishing@gmail.com. Again, thank you everybody for coming in. We are jumping out of here. Deuces. See you Sunday.